Good morning, ladies. Let me see if I can get my chat up here. I didn't bring my laptop out, so I'm going to have to communicate through this little tablet. As soon as I can bring the chat up. Sorry about that. I always forget to turn the volume off. Let's see, we got Gladys, we got Connie. Where is everybody today? Can y'all hear me okay? I forgot to charge my microphone up, so I'm using the camera without the microphone. I could move the camera up closer. Hello, ladies. Nobody's responding, so I don't know if you can hear me or see me. Move it up a little bit closer. Hello, ladies. Anybody there? Nobody's responding to my question. I decided to come outside today. I see Gladys and Connie in chat, but you're not responding to me talking to you. Are you there? Or have you stepped away? Well, it's coming through clear on my tablet. Unless you're in chat and you just stepped away and you're not paying attention, you should be able to see and hear me down here. Hello, ladies. Okay, well, for some reason, my chat didn't move over. And I see Sharon is here. Hello, Sharon. Shatika, good morning. I decided it's such a nice day outside that I'd do all this out here today. because I want to eventually do a live around my fire pit with the fire going, but I'm testing out doing a live from outside. I didn't know how good the reception would be. So this is a test basically for that today. And you can see I don't have my laptop out here, so I'm communicating through with you through my tablet. What's on my end, Gladys? Or on somebody's end, I don't know. It's 12 noon here, Chatika, so it might be 1 or 2 o'clock where you're at, so I guess it would be afternoon. Okay, April, well, you're always working. I just got through paying bills, was the worst time of the month. Having to see all my money disappear, which I don't have that much, but what little bit I got goes to all my bills, and I paid a ton of bills this morning. I just pray from 1 month to the next that I have enough money to pay the bills this month and last me till next month. Gladys says she also paid bills. Yeah. That's the worst time of the month when you got to watch all your money disappear. Y'all think I've got the camera too far away, or should it be closer? If the sound is okay, it should be fine where it's at, but and I do need to take my bird feeders down and clean them and put sugar water in them for the hummingbirds. I haven't seen any. I think it's still a little bit early for them to be coming around. Okay, thanks, Gladys. Looks good to you, Sharon. Okay, well, great. As long as I don't have any issues with the internet out here, I'll be fine. I'll be able to do some lives from outside instead of in the house all the time. I just have to watch because like this, I didn't charge it up, so it's hooked to the wire right now. My camera was 100% charged, but I'm not sure filming how long the battery will last. So that's going to be another test this morning, unless somehow I can run a cord out to wherever I'm filming at in the yard and be able to do it from there. What's everybody up to today? I got some work in the yard to do since it's not going to be raining and it's going to be like 60 some degrees today. It's not going to be hot, but it'll be warm. And I look around and I constantly see more little seeds popping up that I planted. They're coming up. So that's a good sign for first day of March. I got to get more dirt moved and get my pots and totes fixed so I can plant the rest of them. And I'll probably start working on some of that today. Gladys says, oh, you can see him okay? I don't know. Or are you talking about seeing me okay? I don't know, ladies, if there's an issue with the reception from the internet, let me know. Because everything looks fine from my end, but I don't know what's going on in your end. And I remembered to take my fire cider this morning. So hopefully that'll keep me from coughing and carrying on too much out here. And the wind has calmed down. It's not blowing at all. There's just a tiny, tiny bit of breeze, and that's it. Yeah, it comes in on one hand and goes out the other. I mean, it's a revolving door, isn't it? I'm paying bills out faster than the money comes in, actually. I wish I had your energy. I'm 66. Well, I take a lot of vitamins. That might help. It's hard for me to get going in the morning. I don't even want to get out of bed because I just want to lay there and sleep. But once I get up, moving around, get me a cup of coffee, then I'm ready to start doing something, even if it's wrong. And I got to get here and repot this big aloe vera beside me here. I mean, it's bursting out of the pot, and it's probably got 7 or 8 plants coming up in there from that one that I put in there. So I need to pull it out, separate it, and put it in individual pots, and then I guess give some of it away because I won't be able to put all that in the house this winter. He was around here somewhere. He come in the house a little while ago and got him something to eat. He's probably around on the other side of the house in his swing sleeping, or in my swing. He's taking it over as his bed. A lot of times if he's not roaming around following me, he's curled up in the swing on that cushioned seat, and he's asleep. He's taking him a nap. So I assume that's where he's at. He's been in twice to get food this morning already. So he had breakfast and lunch. Yeah, I heard the birds chirping a little earlier, and I said it would be so nice to come out here and have my live outside since it's so pretty and sunshiny, and listen to the birds, but I don't hear them right now. They've kind of calmed down. And there's Shelly. Good morning, Shelly. Yes, he tries to all the time, but he's so big, my lap's not big enough to hold him. So if I don't put my arms around my lap and hold him good, he'll slide off. He's so big. If I sit in the couch, he can get on my lap halfway and lay there. But if I'm just sitting in a chair like this, he's too big. He takes up my whole lap and then some. Hi, Derek. How are you doing today? I hope y'all are having a beautiful day like it is here today. Yeah, he's tried several times to get up in my lap. He sees it don't work because he's too big. There's not room enough for him to lay. Well, good, Derek. Glad to see you're wonderful today. It's like the street is pretty busy today. All kind of people up and down the street. I hear airplanes, I hear cars in the distance, and I do hear some birds right now. That's the good thing about coming outside. You can hear the birds. I don't know. I got a message from Connie this morning, and she's kind of down and sad this morning. So I don't know if she made it to work or not. I have no idea. The last time she sent me a message, she said she was in her car. So I don't know if she was going to try to go to work or what. I really don't know. You're watching the birds on the top of your porch eating. Yeah. I love to sit out and watch the birds when I can see them. I had a few birds at this feeder behind me this morning, but they're kind of in a distance, so you can't really see them, I guess, in the video. They're kind of behind my head. I see butterflies everywhere this morning or this afternoon. It's after 12, so I guess it's considered afternoon, isn't it, or midday? Shelly's got two cats laying on her. And Sharon says she's got a Chihuahua, and she thinks she owns her lap. Can't wait for St. Patty's Day. What you going on for St. Patty's Day, Derek? I kind of wanted to do my Easter cake for Easter the end of the month and maybe spend Easter Sunday with my son. And now I'm kind of undecided if I want to attempt the long drive to North Carolina for Easter Sunday for the big cookout my family's having. I've never made it home on Easter before, so I don't know that I'll make it this year either. But it's her birthday, and they wanted to do something special because, she's not going to be around many more years. You're watching Loricon movie? Or Leprechaun movie? You have just a parking lot. Well, sometimes I don't know if it's a good thing that I got such a big yard. It keeps me busy. I love being out in it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Might better get a cough drop in my mouth so I don't start coughing. I know I sent my son, not my son, my brother, my oldest brother that moved to Tucson, hummingbird feeder one year, but I don't know if he even has hummingbirds that comes around where he lives. He may not. He's never said. Did I see the other thing that you wrote about my lap? No, I didn't see it, Derek. I don't know. I didn't see the comment, Derek. I'm looking and I still don't see it. I thought I saw your comments, Derek, but I don't see a comment about my lap that you wrote. Shelly's got a plant in a pot or something. If you were there here, I could hold you sitting on my lap. Well, you'd probably be a little big too. You'd have a plant in a pot or something if you didn't have a yard, Shelly. The breeze is getting up a little bit now. I hear the crows. And there's Susan. Hi, Susan. How's your day been? Yeah, I got to do some cleaning of the house, vacuuming, put on another load of laundry, and then I want to do some more stuff in the yard. I just don't know if I'll get around to doing it or not. I am relaxed, Gladys. I got my bills paid up, so I'm not worried about those. Oh, okay. I hope Connie's okay. She was so down in the dumps when I got a message from her this morning. Oh, it's just the same old with Connie, you know. Her health is not good and she deals with a lot of issues. She just said she was down in the dumps. She was sad, not feeling very sprite this morning. And she went out to her car. She said she didn't know what she was going to do. So, like I said, I don't know if she made it to work or not today. Just listening to those birds. I got birds talking to me. Wow, and somebody just spun a wheel with their car. Well, good, Susan. You said you had a terrible night, but today is better. So that's good to hear. Yep, sometimes life can be a big struggle, Gladys. Cloudy there today and 47. Well, it's going to be in the 60s. Should be about 61 right now. So it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's warming up some. It's just right to be outside without a coat on. That wind is getting up though, so it's going to be a little airish this afternoon. I just heard it blow the plastic on the tarp out there over my garden soil. Susan, sing us the song. Just coughing a lot. Shelly can sing to us. Not really, Susan. I try. I was trying to come up with something to do for another concert, but I don't know. I just don't have the music. I don't have the CDs, the karaoke CDs and stuff to do it. I've got very few of them because most of the music that I played on my karaoke machine was the music that I practiced by for church choir. So I don't have the words and stuff to them. Shelly and I need cookies. I think I've been eating too many cookies. Jesse just dinged that he's on his way. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sharon. Your brother has COVID. He's been coughing a lot. Oh, that sounds good, Susan. Eat some catfish for me. I love catfish. Well, I know she'll be glad to know that she's your favorite waitress or person that works there. Shelly, send me an email and I'll return it with Gladys's address. Can y'all hear the birds? You hear the birds, Gladys? Well, good. You have a couple of lists for different stores. Well, hope you buy something pretty. Something pretty and something fun. Yeah, I know. That's one reason I would, wanted to be able to do the live outside is to hear the birds because I know you always hear them in the videos that I do. Oh, it's food stuff. Well, hey, food stuff can be fun. But you're gonna get bird and squirrel food. Oh yeah, like I would, Ellen. Your cats hear my birds, Shelley. I guess they're wondering where they're at. Did Derek disappear? I haven't seen a comment from him lately. I had a funny idea. What's your funny idea, Susan? Well, thank you, Gladys. Whoop, whoop. Heard a cop car. Listen to those sirens. I have a VCR and a DVD TV and another thing to make it high enough to sit over my printer, and thought if someone could make like a tree skirt to go under it, that would be cool. I can't visualize. I can't visualize what kind of a setup you're talking about, Susan. I said I couldn't visualize what you were talking about in your statement where you said you had a VCR, DVD, TV, and another thing to make it high enough to sit over my printer. And I thought if someone could make like a tree skirt to go under it, that would be cool. Huh. I can't visualize. No, nobody said G string, Gladys. Goes my mailman. I hope he didn't leave me another bill. can tell what Gladys is thinking about. You know what they say about mailman? No, I don't, Gladys. What do they say? You know, I can't say on chat. I guess I'll never know then. Hear another airplane. Shelly knows. I hear a squirrel on top of my roof. I just heard a thump up there. They climb the trees and then they jump off the tree limbs onto my roof. And then they use the whole roof as a racetrack. I was thinking if I could possibly flip the screen on the camera, we could walk around the garden, but I don't know if I can flip the screen while it's live. I don't think it would give me the option to. Try. Oh man. I don't think it gives me an option to flip it. Not on StreamYard. There's no option there. I don't see anything to where I can flip the screen. I wish you could see him. I got a red bird. Oh, he just flew off. That car or that truck scared him. There was a really pretty big red bird, cardinal, at the other feeder over there. I was going to turn the camera, but just about the time I was going to turn it, that truck barreled down the street and made the bird fly off. Yeah, I wish I could find a way to flip that, but there is no way to flip it. No way at all that I see. No way at all. That's the only thing I don't like about going live. I can't flip the camera to where I can walk around and show you stuff. Now on YouTube, maybe if I just went straight through YouTube, it may have an option to flip the screen. I don't know. I don't think I've ever checked it out. But that would be great because, I could flip the camera, walk around the yard, read the chat while I was walking too. So that would be really neat. But I've got to look at this to be able to read my chat. I need to eat a bite. I'll be back later. I don't know what I'm going to fix for lunch today. I ate a couple of pieces of toast with my coffee for breakfast, but I don't know what I'll fix for dinner. Okay, Susan, have a good time. I thought little Buddy would come around here when he heard me talking, but he's probably sound asleep. Yeah, it'd be so neat to walk around. Wow. See what I do here. Let's go see if we can find little Buddy. I look a mess. Y'all don't look at me. Out in the sunshine. He's around somewhere. I just don't know where. He's not right there in that little swing. No, he's not there. He's out roaming. He's out roaming somewhere. Don't know where he is. He's out roaming around. But there's the seat. He's not there. Don't know where he is. But look at my Mandevilla. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. It's as high as my head or higher than my head. And I'm just hoping it's going to bloom this year. Can't tell which way to angle this thing so you can see it. There it is. Right here. Way up higher than my head. But see, I can't flip the camera to show you stuff. I don't know what I'm showing you. But I got a few little seedlings down in there that's come up. Over here too. There's just no way you can flip the camera. So I don't see too much of anything coming up in my greenhouse. I'll have to do another garden tour, I guess, on all the seeds and stuff I put out there. Ooh, I got hair blowing in my face. Oh, I got zucchini and no yellow squash coming up. I'm gonna have to make a video, a garden tour, to show you that because I can't flip the camera. And if I get the camera down there, I don't know if I'm showing it to you or not. I can't see. Yeah, I can't see in there to tell what I'm showing you when I pull the camera down. So I'll have to do a garden tour where I can flip the camera to, the other way. But to my knowledge, there's no way I can flip it the way it is. I don't know. I wish I could. Put your hair up. Cat sleeps in the daytime. Well, hey T Sharon, welcome, and Ruby. I miss seeing that Ruby's here. Yeah, I was trying to walk around the yard. We were looking for little Buddy, but I don't see him. He's roaming around with the other cats somewhere. But I've definitely got moonflowers coming up, and I can't show them to you, like I said, because I can't flip the camera. So I'm probably going to have to move this 5-tier planter. It doesn't get sun until late in the afternoon, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. you know, don't know if it's a good thing or not. Gladys says, ladies, keep Linda busy. My nurse just came in. Yeah, he's with his girlfriend somewhere around. I don't know where, but he's somewhere around. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to flip the camera. Well, maybe I'll try just going through YouTube and one day and see if I can flip it. because it doesn't give you an option on going through StreamYard to be able to flip the camera. And that's a bummer. Yeah, I need to get out and work in my garden, Sharon. I got so much more to do. So much. Yeah, I don't have my computer out here. I just brought my tablet with my camera here. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to run to my mailbox. See what kind of surprise I got out there today. I'll be right back. You're not going to believe it. I got my bill from Ferrogas. That was for the propane that was delivered, what, 2 weeks ago? I've already paid it, but they sent me a bill for it. It bypassed it being entered in the computer, so I'll have to go check and make sure that it went through okay. They used to leave the bill on the gas tank, but they didn't leave it this time. They just waited and sent it to me. And I should learn to wait till I pay things when I get the bill instead of just going ahead and paying it. But I went on their website and paid it. So that's usually the way I pay all my bills is I get on the website and pay everything. Go to their websites. You gonna plant some moonflowers? Well, they'll come up every year. Once you start planting them and you get seeds coming, you'll have all the moonflowers you ever want. Well, the way I've been doing, I've got seeds starting in the greenhouse, but what I'm doing is I'm fixing my pots and my totes. I'm just going ahead and I'm planting seeds right in the pots and totes. And some of my seeds there are coming up and the stuff is still not coming up in the greenhouse yet. That's crazy. If everything comes up I planted, oh my God, I'll be overrun with plants. But all my stuff, my perpetual spinach in these pots are coming up. This little bit of rain we got sure did help too. A 1,000 seeds started. Wow, that's a lot. I don't know how many seeds I've got, but I know there's a lot planted. A lot of them getting them started. But I have the best luck just planting stuff right where it's going to grow. A lot of times when I start it in seed pots and try to transplant it, my seedlings don't even make it. It's crazy. But all my potatoes are coming up. I've got little potato plants already. I don't know if they'll do anything, but they're sure looking good. It takes peppers, yeah, it takes peppers a long time to come up. What I've been thinking about doing is doing the paper towel trick, putting some of my pepper seed in a wet paper towel and just folding it over them and slipping it in a little baggie, and they'll sprout faster that way. And I think I'm going to try that and then plant the little sprouts as they come up, start sprouting in the bag. But oh my God, when they do come up, they'll grow and start producing like crazy, as long as you keep water to them. That'll work, yeah. I haven't tried it with my peppers yet, but I think I'm going to, because I've got a lot of pepper seed, some that I bought, some that were sent to me, a lot of them that I saved from last year. So yeah, I've got enough that I can try it. And there's Cindy Sadu. Hello, Cindy. How is your March 1st going today? They molded before they sprouted. Oh wow. Yeah, I've always had the best luck with my plants. Just fixing my pots where I'm going to plant my tomato plant or my pepper, and just putting the seed right in it and letting it sprout and start growing there. That way I don't transplant it. And they do the best for me that way. So we'll see. Sharon says, I lived in San Antonio for a year one time. Do you live close to it? It's so big. It's about a 6-hour drive from here to San Antonio. It takes you about half a day. I'm not sure how many miles it is. Oh, it's your sister's birthday, but she just broke her leg and foot, so not. Oh, so sorry. That's a bummer. But I wanted to show you my seeds over here if I can show the camera. If I can see what I'm showing you. See there? That's rutabaga plant, seed coming up. And this top one. This one here, I barely see a sprout. This one, I've got a couple of sprouts right there. I don't know if I'm showing it to you. And I got some here and some down there. Well, one's bok choy, one is Chinese cabbage. The one at the bottom is romaine lettuce. The one down here at the bottom, I can't tell if I'm showing it to you, but it's full of romaine lettuce seed popped up. If I keep it alive. Yep, if I keep it all alive, I might have a few plants there to transplant somewhere. I don't have my watering can around here, but I try not to pour water on the plant itself. I pour to the edge and let it run down the side or down the top so I don't flatten my plants, my seedlings. That's the best way I found to water them. It comes too strong if I try to spray it with the garden hose. It'll flatten my plants down, I found. I might need to move that planter out in the yard and not have it here on the patio. Because I've noticed the seeds are all growing facing that way. They don't get enough of they're growing toward the sun since the patio cover is above them. So oh, I've got rutabagas, kale, Chinese cabbage, bok choy, and lettuce on the bottom. That's what's planted in those tiers. Rutabaga, that's like a turnip. Oh no, Cindy, 10 degrees in Alaska. That's cold. I could not handle that. Rutabaga is good. If you like turnips at all, you like a rutabaga because they're like a turnip. They have just a little bit of a different taste, but not a lot. .44 and raining in Kentucky. Yep, Texas is huge. I live in north central Texas, Cindy or Sharon. If you lived in San Antonio, you might be familiar about where Fort Worth and Dallas is located. I'm just 35 miles south of Fort Worth. Yes, ma'am, you can. Did you know that you could eat the greens from a beet? A lot of people don't. They just eat the beet root, but you can eat the greens from the beet too. 76 where T. Sharon is. That's good. Yeah, sometimes I'll go around and when I cut the greens to cook them, I'll cut my perpetual spinach, which is kale, Swiss chard. I'll cut the beet tops, turnip tops, any of the greens I've got in the garden, and I cook them all together. You took the kids to Dallas when you were small. You probably come up 35. That's a quicker way to get, because I have to cross over usually and hit 35 to go down. I've driven to San Antonio before. I've driven to Padre Island. I think we went to San Antonio the first year we lived here and went to the river walk in that area. It was so nice. I love the river walk. Reminded me of what you saw in Italy. Yeah, but I can't believe I've already got a yellow squash plant coming up. It popped up from the seed in that half wine barrel back there. I planted, I think, squash in each one of them, or zucchini in one, squash in the other. I don't remember. But they've already popped up out of the ground, but they get sun all day. And I'm hoping the plants will do good where they're at. But I am thinking I need to move that 5-tier planter off of the patio and get it out in more sunlight because it's still in the shade and it's 119 here. So it's not going to get any sun till later this evening, later this afternoon. So the plants might do better if I move them out. We went to the Alamos, the Riverwalk in San Antonio. We went touristing around that area the first year we moved to Texas. Yeah, we had to go see the Alamo. And we ate at one of the restaurants on the Riverwalk. We didn't take one of the gondolas for a ride though. That would have been neat to get out in one of the boats and ride on the Riverwalk. We just walked along it. Yeah, there's a lot of nice places in Dallas to go. Fort Worth too, for that matter. But there's so much traffic. Oh my gosh. I love just sitting out here listening to the crows and the birds. I got cardinals back there over the garden now. I'll be in Alvarado tomorrow. Oh wow, T. Sharon, that's not far from here. That's only about an hour's drive. A little more than an hour. Take me about an hour to get to Cleveland, and then you go to Alvarado from there. Another airplane. I tell you, this is a busy place with that little airport we got in Granbury. But it's all the little tub planes, it's not commercial planes that land there. They've been in the process of wanting to enlarge the airstrip so some of the smaller commercial planes can land there. Bring tourists into the convention center. Are you having any video? Yeah, I'll be probably do another video later on today. After I end this live, I'll go in and eat a bite to eat. And then I'll decide what I'm going to work on out here in the yard. And I'll probably video that and post it tomorrow. Post it in the morning sometime. Sam Houston Hospital. Oh, I see. Your husband was in the Army. I hope you have something good to do in Alvarado tomorrow. You visiting relatives or something? Your kitty ate your tuna. Oh, that pork roast is so good. I tell you, I froze 2 little baggies of it and I made pulled pork sandwiches every day with, part of it. That pork is so good. I'll tell you. Yours is in the oven now. Well, good for you. You'll enjoy it. Going to a YouTube play sale. I've never heard of that, T. Sharon. A YouTube play sale? What is a YouTube play sale? I didn't know they had such a thing. YouTube plant sale? Oh, is it just one of the YouTubers that have plant sales, or what is it? Oh, it's a plant sale in Alvarado. YouTube place sale, plant sale. I know there's a big like flea market on the other side of Cleburne, just as you're leaving Cleburne going toward Alvarado. Is that where they're having the sale at? I didn't know they had a big plant sale over there. North Texas Gardening having a plant sale. Where over there do they have it, T. Sharon? Might be something interesting to go to. Only I'd get in trouble because I have no money to buy plants, but I would be spending money that I don't have. Is that the gardening sale going to be actually in Alvarado, or is it going to be like between Alvarado and Cleburne at that big flea market type thing they have set up there all the time? Oh, between Alvarado and Venus. Hmm. Because I had never heard of it. Well, I hope you buy something interesting and fun. Pick out some interesting plants. Well, it looks like we got about 25 people watching. That's not too bad. It's called Alvarado Community Farm. I'll have to check that out, Sharon. Your golden bell bushes are blooming. I don't think I've ever had a golden bell bush. You know what? I just realized little buddy may be in the house. He may be in there sleeping, and I thought he was outside. I can't remember if I let him back outside when I got ready to film or if he was still in the house. He's in there. He's sleeping. For forsythia bush. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm going to have to look that up, Shelley, because I don't think I've ever heard of those. Everyone here has them in their yards. Huh. Golden bell bushes. Forsythia. Yeah, I'm going to have to investigate those bushes. There's little buddy coming around the corner of the house. Here he comes. Just bouncing around. Oh, he just hit the tripod. Little buddy, can't you see where you're going? He hit the tripod. Come here. Everybody's asking about you. Come here. Come on up here. Come on. Let's see if I can get him to put his feet up on my legs. Come on. Little buddy, come here. Come on. There he goes. Can you see him? Come here. I don't have any treats. I don't have any treats. Yeah, I don't have any treats. Yeah, I don't have any treats out here. He's been running around investigating stuff. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe he was asleep and he's not woke up good. He was probably curled around in the sunshine back there somewhere, sleeping. One of the first things to bloom in the spring. I'm gonna have to check those out because I've never heard of them. And who knows, if I see them, I may know what I'm looking at. I just didn't know the name of them. He used to get up on this table to lay down, and that's another reason I've got to do something with this aloe vera. It's so big it takes up the whole table, and he doesn't have room to get up here and lay down. And I know he would appreciate it to get his table back. Your cucumbers, oh wow, that's neat, April. I've got squash and zucchini popping up, and I've got perpetual spinach, lettuce, turnips, rutabagas, bok choy, kale, Chinese cabbage, all of that coming up in that 5-tier planter. This is a, like I said, this is a busy street today. Yeah, I've got basil planted. I don't think it's come up yet. Thyme, I got thyme planted. Yeah, that's my neighbor's fence. That's where the chickens are. They've got a privacy fence up over their whole lot over there. They say it's their backyard and they have chickens and stuff in there, which I don't mind it. I hear the chickens every once in a while. Look at here, little buddy. Can you barely see him? He's way back there in front of the shed. He's stalking something. Now he's rubbing around the dirt. Can barely see him. He's right there in front of the shed back there. Yeah, nice fence for me. Now the people that need to buy the lot behind me and to the sides of me and put privacy fences up. If they do that, I'll have a privacy fence all around my property, wanna, and I'm not gonna have to maintain it. Yep, he's out there sunning himself, laying in the sun. Make sure a tree limb doesn't break their fence. Well, those are their trees, so he's going to roam around the garden now. That's his favorite spot, is to be back there in the garden. He finds a sunny place back there to lay down on the wood chips. Well, you can't see him now. He's behind the totes and the pots. Yeah, I was going to say, your neighbor's trees fall on your fence. He's on the hunt. Hi, Paul's in the garden. Welcome to chat. Yeah, I said that would be the good thing about people buying the lot behind me and to each side of me. And if they put up privacy fences, then I've got privacy fences up all around my property, and I don't need to maintain them because they're not mine. Yeah, he's security guard for the garden. If I put up a privacy fence, it would probably be some kind of a aluminum or metal fence that wouldn't have to worry about the wood rotting and having to stain it and all that good stuff. I'd want something that would last for many, many years, not just as long as the wood would last. And I know the wood lasts a pretty good long time, but still it'll end up eventually rotting and you got to replace boards and all that stuff. And I don't want to have to do that. I don't know if there was mice back in my garden. Little buddy's probably caught them all. Him and his friends. That's right. He'll keep the mice away. They might end up squirrels and raccoons and possums in my garden, but I don't think there'll be any mice back there. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry, y'all. I might have to go in there and get me some lunch and get me something to eat. But it's such a nice day. It's too pretty not to do something out here today. I might plant the rest of my pots that I've got dirt in. I need to put some of that rich garden soil to my rose bushes back here on the side of the house and then back behind the house. Oh, I got so much I need to do, girls, y'all. I got enough to keep me so busy. I need to rework the green stalk tower. That means I got to take it all apart, mix all the dirt up, put some of this new garden soil in it, and then replant it. Oh, I'm itching. Ooh. But it seemed a little bit better to show y'all a little bit of something other than the inside of my kitchen. You're getting your buckets ready, Shelley? Well, that's good. I'm fortunate that it's been as warm as it has been here with no chance of freezes right on through the whole month. So I think my garden will be safe, hopefully. Hopefully we're not gonna get a big bad freeze in April. I bet you little buddy's found him a spot back there in the garden, and he's laying down somewhere back there. I guarantee he is. He likes hanging out back there. I know, Shelley, that's the way it is here. They always say if you don't like Texas weather, just wait a minute, because it'll change. But man, if I can get a jump start on all my garden and stuff coming up, hopefully it'll have time to produce, put out some veggies before it gets so hot and everything burns up. That's what I'm counting on. Cold and windy in Hawaii. It's not windy here today. Just there's barely a little bit of a breeze blowing. I thought it was going to get up at one point, but it's died down again. I got to get all those weeds and things out of my irises. My iris bed is just full of wildflowers coming up and weeds growing in between the bulbs and plants coming up. I'm hoping those irises will do real good this year. And you see behind me that blue tarp, that's still all the dirt that I've still got to move. I don't think I've moved half of it yet, and I've been working at it. I've been filling a lot of pots and totes and buckets. But like I said, I still got the other side of the yard to do, the old side of the garden. I haven't started on that side yet. And I don't know, but I kind of halfway thought it of making me a watermelon patch on the other side of the shed and just putting it in the ground and see what happens with it. I know I have to keep it watered, but yeah, well, I got all my wood chips moved and I'm about ready for more wood chips. But I got to get that dirt pile moved first. And then I might call and get me some wood chips brought in. Wood chips are easier to move than the dirt. It's not as heavy. Oh man. Can't believe I was sitting here getting sleepy. It's just relaxing to sit out here. Yeah, I said I wanted to get my garden soil pile moved and taken care of before I think about wood chips again. I think it would be a little bit overwhelming for me to think about it if I had the pile of dirt there and a pile of wood chips waiting for me to do something with. It'd be a little bit overwhelming, I think. Well, it's food time for me. I'm getting hungry. I've had my coffee this morning and I ate a couple of pieces of toast with watermelon rind jam on it. That was good. That was my breakfast earlier, but I'm ready for some lunch now. And I don't know what I want. Oh, me. Me too, April. It's like I've got many lists out here, and I don't know which one to go to. It's like, okay, which one do I tackle first? I know that dirt pile behind me is the first thing I got to do. I got to move that dirt, get it put in the totes and the pots, and get them ready to be planted. That's number one. And it's going to take me a while to do that. But I got all of them on this side planted except for my 5 bucket planters or my 6 bucket planters. Some of those buckets still have to be planted. I don't have seeds in them yet. Oh, okay, if y'all did now. I need to get up and move and do something. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, I'm hoping my irises, usually they're blooming by Easter. So I need to get some of those weeds out of there. But like I said, I'm only one person, so I can only do one job at a time. Just check it off my list. But I already see I do need to move that planter, that 5-tier planter, and put it more out in the sun because I don't think it gets enough sun back there. I just don't know where I want to move it to. I really don't. If I move it out in the yard, it needs to go back in the garden somewhere, but I don't know where. I'm just not sure. My garden is pretty well full. I don't have space left over to put any more pots and totes and buckets. And I've still got tons of little buckets or little pots, to plant, like 2 and 3 and 4 gallon buckets and plant pots. Partial shade. Yeah, that's where it is in partial shade, but I can see everything is growing sideways already from the little seedlings. The seedlings are growing out that way because that's where the sun is going to be coming from. Because they're under the shade right now, and it's right at 2 o'clock already, and they're still in the shade. But these here right here at my feet are in the shade too, so I guess they'll be all right. They'll just grow sideways unless I take the pot and turn the pot every once in a while, just flip the pots. And I could do that, I guess. So they don't grow too one-sided. Well, ladies, we've been on here. I got 28. I keep getting more people, y'all. Oh, man. And I still haven't finished the platform for the bird bath out there. And I got all that concrete that was sent by that anonymous sender. She sent it basically to fix cracks in the concrete. And I thought too, maybe using some of it to fix my planter under my bird bath out there. We never finished that. I fixed the actual platform for the bird bath to stand on, but I haven't done anything to the rest of it yet. and it needs to be done. I've told everybody, I said, I went from being bored, not having anything to do with myself, until then I started my YouTube channel, and now I've got too much to do. I don't have time to do it all. Definitely not bored now. I was late. You can keep talking. Birds have kind of quieted down. They might they might be taking their afternoon nap, after lunch nap. I hear the chickens got started over there. Yeah, it's good to stay busy. Shelly says I'm just slow these days. Me too, Shelly. Just want to sleep in, but I never seem to. Yeah, I'm that way too, April. Paul's in the garden says we could all meet up and help each other with our gardens. I have a lot of stuff to do. I've got tons of stuff to do. Yeah, we could have a garden party. Go from one garden to the other, having parties, helping one another do stuff, get stuff done. Oh, wow. Come spring, you got 455 veggies and flowers to plant. Well, I went around yesterday when it was raining, sprinkling rain a little bit, and I put marigold seed out in the rock gardens. And I think I put zinnia seeds out. And in this garden here in front of me or behind me, going toward the street along the house, I put zinnias, marigolds, pepper seed, eggplant, just one thing another, just to see if it will come up there and do anything. I'm hoping it will. I cram about that many plants in my garden, as little as it is. That's why it looks like a forest. Every nook and cranny that I find to put a seed in it, I plant something. Well, I didn't do very much canning last year at all because I didn't have any veggies to can. Usually I can cowboy candy and pickles, stuff like that. I didn't have any cucumbers last year, so I didn't do any pickling. I had one great big batch of peppers that I made cowboy candy relish with. I'd probably can tomatoes, but I haven't had enough tomatoes to can. I didn't have barely any tomatoes this past year. It was too hot on them. Kill the plants. Yep, eating. Mostly what I got out of the garden, I ate right then because I didn't have enough to can or put up or save. And I still got my beans to plant. I've got those foot-long beans and all different kinds of the long beans to plant that I haven't got them all planted yet. Well, I always plant flowers, but I mostly plant veggies, but it's got to the place where I guess it's about 50-50. I always try to plant marigolds throughout the garden because it helps keep bugs and stuff away. Dang, animals ate your stuff. You'll have to fence your yard in or fence your garden in to where keep the critters out. I haven't sun-dried tomatoes. Like I said, I haven't had enough to do anything with except eat a couple, and that was it. Well, ladies, we've been on here for 2 hours. I am hungry. My stomach's growling. Need to get in there and fix me some lunch. Listen to that bird. I love listening to them. Yeah, but I need to get in there and fix me some lunch and straighten up the kitchen a little bit and see what I can do out here in my yard today. And here comes little buddy. He heard me say I had to go get lunch. You gonna knock the camera down? He comes running through and he runs under the tripod. And he almost knocked it down. Where are you? Come here. Come here, little buddy. Come here. Come here. Say hi to the people up there. Yeah, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Come on. Get up here. Come on. There he goes. There he goes. He said, there's not room for me to stretch out up here. He said, there's not room for me to stretch out up here. You gonna tell everybody bye? He is a big kitty. That's why he's not in my lap very much. He's afraid he'll fall off. He's a sweetheart. He is. You gonna say hello to everybody before we end our live, huh? You gonna say hello to everybody? All kind of sirens going on. Let everybody get a good look at you. Chasing butterflies. Yeah, he's been out there chasing butterflies. He's starting to shed a little bit. Weather getting warm. Not too bad though. You gonna pose for the camera? Huh? You gonna pose for the camera? You gonna pose for the camera, huh? Gonna pose for the camera? We gotta look at the camera, not me. I start petting him and I got a little bit of fuzz coming off. He's not shedding too bad yet, but he is starting to shed just a tiny bit. They're saying you're a handsome kitty. Yes, they are. They're saying you're a handsome kitty. All right, well, everybody, for me and little buddy, I guess we'll see the next go round. Yeah, we got to get busy doing something. Can't just sit here all day and enjoy my people. He's blushing. He's probably ready for some din din too. So y'all have a blessed day. Get down, little buddy, so I can turn the camera off. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all.